ready to go for another time. Let's get that off. Getting a bit warm. All right. A slight quick change of plans this evening. I was talking to EK earlier because she was asking what we're going to do today, what game, and I was hoping to do Boggle, but I realised that this is going to be better played with 2 views of the camera, so that's going to wait till tomorrow because the I don't know what you call it, the software, whatever, like a website thing. I need to wait 24 hours for it to have permission from YouTube to like basically allow me to stream and do the split screen thing. Bit weird. I didn't realise I'd have to wait so long for something like that, but I guess it's a whole security thing, so you do what you got to do. But yeah, it's been a very cold day at work again. I see we've got somebody in. Say hi in the chat if you're still in. I can see we've got a like. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do this evening. I'm a little bit of a loose ends because I wanted to do the Boggle. Maybe we'll just do a Bandido. I think that might be the thing to do. I still have yet to beat Bandido on stream, which I really, really want to do. Hi Kit. You say everyone, like there's loads of people in. You're really early, so I don't think there's more than a couple of people in right now. Yeah, I'm going to get out Bandido. We're just going to do that, I think. Bandido it is. Oh, Sparker's in. Hi, Sparker. How are you today, Kit? And how are you, Sparker? I hope you guys are well. Oh, mine was a pretty good day. Got my work out of the way pretty swiftly. It was a nice day of work. A lot of easy stuff. And thankfully, no frames cleaning. That's always awful in the cold. Because I actually got to hold like a damp cloth and run it around the windows, and anything damp in this temperature it's just freezing on the hands. So I prefer to not have to get my hands soaking wet. I'm just going to check on the stove actually. I'm burning some of the wood that Lucas gave to me. If anyone's seen the post that I did, it came like fully wrapped and packaged and everything. I was really impressed. But yeah, I think I need to put another piece in there. That's just kind of smouldering at the moment. So we're going to put this big fat one in. I've had it just heating up on the top. Put the hot side against the flames, or what will be the flames, hopefully. There we go. Hopefully that'll start firing up a nice big flame in a second. Sometimes it just takes a second to get going. Oh, it's starting to kick out some flames. Here we've got Dan Gaze in. How you doing, Dan? Tim did his live very early on. That was like way earlier today. I did catch a bit of it, but I had to go back to work. He did it during lunchtime. Here we go. Suddenly raging flames. Gotta love it. Got to keep it warm in the van. I'm pretty close to you today, Dan. I'm in Stotfold right now, on my usual spot by the Greenacre Centre. You probably seen me here so many times, it's unreal. I've got a good evening, boss, from Kane. Good evening back to you. How you doing? Where are you from, Kane? It's good to have you in. Dan's saying, yeah, we love fire with the kids and use colour powders. Yeah, well, do you know, I got some of those coloured powder things for a bonfire night party one time. They're really cool, actually. You'd think it wouldn't change the colour that much, but it changes the colours of the fire. Really cool. Glad to hear you're good. Yeah, I've had a good day, Dan, although it's been cold, but Beluga asking if I like my coffee dark. I don't drink coffee. I'm a hot chocolate man. Oh, bath. Oh, that's cool. Like, you mean you're having a scrub? No, I'm joking. I know where Bath is. We've got YouTube Poet saying boring. Well, that's very poetical. Poetic. So, so we're not being too boring, I'm going to crack out Bandido and have a little game. As some people are in now, and I imagine you didn't catch me like basically twaddling on about it at the start. I wanted to play Boggle today because I picked that up from the charity shop at the same time as I got the Connect 4, and I think that's going to be a pretty cool thing to like play along on the stream. If anyone hasn't played that, essentially you just get random like letters and you're just trying to make up as many words as you can without like reusing any letters. I mean, there's obviously sometimes multiples on the board, so you can, got 2 E's, you can use 2 E's, but if you've only got 1 E, you use 1. And it's as straightforward as just trying to find as many words as possible. And I think there's a point system like, whoa, he says as he's dropping cards. Ugh. Why are cards always so hard to pick up off the floor? Yeah, as I was saying, so I think there's point systems like 1 point for 3 or 4 letter words, 2 points for 5 and 6, or is it 3 points for 5 and 6? I think it's 3 points for 5 and 6, maybe, I don't know. And then you've got 7 words is, no, yeah, 7 words is 5 points. That's it. Yeah, so it's 1 point for 3 and 4 words, for 3 and 4 letter words, 3 points for 5 and 6 letter words. 7 letter words is 5 points, and then is it like 8 points for 11 plus, or no, it's 11 points for an 8 plus. That's it. I don't know, something like that. There's some number of like things. I think it's on the book. Actually, is it on the back? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So it's 1 point for 3 and 4 letter words, 2 points for a 5 letter word, 3 points for a 6 letter word, 5 points for a 7 letter word, and 11 points for 8 plus. So it's I can play it and everyone else can play along. It'd be pretty cool. Got someone saying, is that Cluedo are you trying to say there? Yeah, you've got an A7E. But yeah, we got someone saying balding is setting in, all them up. Thankfully I'm not balding. This has just been my hairline for my whole life basically. I will say it's probably not as thick a mane as it used to be when I was younger, because I am getting old, but I'm genetically blessed that I have gone grey, and I won't be losing my hair for like pretty much I think my whole life. Both my parents have thick heads of hair still, so but they both went white or grey very early. I started when I was 18 going grey, so it's fairly normal to me. Well, we've got Shelley in. Hi from South Africa, they say. Hi back, Shelley. Thank you very much for joining us. Yeah, very lucky. It's not that I mind being bald. When I was younger, I used to have like a crew cut, and I think I look all right with very, very short hair. But it's that cold. Ooh, having a bit of hair does help when it's cold outside. Right, I'm going to quickly move the camera position a little bit so that we can get the table in as well as me. Excuse me while I fiddle around with the camera. Have I missed anyone in the chat? I should just quickly have a little look. Oh, we've got someone from Kenya, Akini, saying, so hi back, Akini, and yeah. Dan getting his long johns. Oh dear. Sparker coming to my defence, telling me I've got a very large brain. I don't know. If it's large, it also leaks, I reckon. I've got a brain like a sieve sometimes. No jokes. Right, let's see. So, yeah, that's not bad. We've got you about middle of the table. We could go for the easy one and actually get a win, but no, we're going to go. Oh, we're going to go hard level. We're going to try and get this done. Right, I'm going to put that light there. There we go. That's good. So last quick little shuffle. I was just shuffling a little bit back then. 1, 2, 3. And whop. As you're far away now, I'm going to come over here with my other device and get the chat on so I can see what you guys are saying and I can respond in a timely fashion. It's no good me keep leaning in at the screen. Everyone are just like, blind by the light shining off the old dome there. Come on, where's the internet when you need it? This one's being funny. It's telling me I've got an incorrect password for my Wi-Fi. And now it's connected. How stupid is that? Right. Get in there. Just do the settings. So I've got all the chat. I think I just saw EK. Hi, EK. It's a change of plans, EK. I know I said that we were going to play Boggle, but I tried to sort out the streaming thing so I could have a split screen, have me at the top and then a different camera angle at the bottom, because I realised that it would be better in Boggle. I mean, I guess I could potentially put the Boggle sort of there in front of everybody and maybe it'll work. But I wanted it to be a lot easier for the people at home to see. So I wanted to do the split sort of screen thing. Turns out to use the software, I have to wait 24 hours for YouTube to give them permission, which is a real irritation. But at the same time, I think I understand the principle. I definitely want a good 24-hour window of me knowing that somebody's got permission to fiddle around on my channel. All messages. But great to have you in, EK. Connect 4? Yeah, do you know what we'll do? I'm going to do a Bandido, and then after Bandido, we'll play some Connect 4, if you're up for some Connect 4. Let's have a little look. What have I missed so far? Beluga still going on about my hair, facially this time. Yeah, sometimes my beard gets a bit long, but I like to keep it about, I mean, this is about my favourite length, I think. I trim it a bit shorter than this and then I grow it a bit longer and sort of try to stay around this. But I like to have a little bit of designer stubble or whatever they want to call it. No, not for membership. It's to do with, I want to use, I think it's called StreamYard. It's like an online software that allows me to kind of have multiple videos coming in and put them onto the one stream. Because it's not as easy as just doing it on YouTube, it seems. And for them to be able to have access to my channel, so I'm essentially streaming through that service, so they need to have access to the channel. To give access, it takes like 24 hours for the access approval. Beluga asking, you married? No, I was, but I'm not married anymore. Well, we're separated. The divorce is on its way. It's a done thing, but I consider myself divorced already, to be honest. Let's have a little look. What's that? Oh, don't worry, Beluga. Make sure you're subbed, by the way, as it's your first time here. But I don't think EK is telling you off. She's just giving you the lowdown, letting you know what my situation is. She helps me out in the stream, and just like if I miss something or someone's asking some information, she'll often chime up with the information for me. Especially when I get playing, I get distracted. Oh dear. Right. I'm going to go like that. I've got a plan. I've got a plan for this one. Ooh, change of plans. Let's put that one there. Not bad. Oh, I've got that one. Oh, can I do that? No, I don't think that's a good idea. But this one I can do. Let's see what we get here. You've got to start being a bit cautious with this now. I'm going to just take that one away from the others a little bit. Need to get the right piece in here if I can. I'm going to put that one here, but we're starting to move up that way. So before we get too far, I'm going to bring this down to this. And I'm going to check the chat just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Is this a maze game? Kind of, yes. So the objective is that Bandido's got all these tunnels and I need to keep adding one card at a time. And my objective is to block all the tunnels up before I run out of cards, or if I can't play it at any point, then Bandido's basically out, and I've lost, and he escapes. And the world is a darker place for Bandido having escaped. Well, we can put that there and just tread water over here, I think. Yeah, like a maze jigsaw kind of thing. Yeah, well spotted, Beluga. I like that. That's a good way of sort of naming it, really. Oh, this is not good. What am I going to do here? If I did that, I could then combine that. Yeah, I'm going to go with this. Oh, look at that. The perfect piece for over here. Boosh. That shut all that down, and we're just left with this bit over here. So how was your day, EK? I hope it's been a good one. I'm going to close that off. Did you learn much at school? All right. Oh, oops, I've knocked that one. I'm going to put that there, and now we have just 2 opens. Do I go? Oh, I'm going to go here. I've got a plan. Just treading water as best I can while I've got the right pieces, hoping for a closer. I'm going to now bring that down to 1. That's not a closer. I really wanted a closer, but I can still keep it as 1. Yes. We've done it for once. Yes. We have Bandido away for good. There we go. Yes, the finest of ladies. That's EK. Right. Solid. What do you think, EK? Shall I do another one of these, or shall we get on to some Connect 4? Do you want to play some Connect 4 with me? Or we could try another game. I mean, I've got a few 2-player games, but some of them are a little bit like difficult to play over stream, I think. But like I suppose there's Carcassonne, and there's that Shipwreck. I don't know if you've ever caught an episode of it with the Shipwreck, but what's this? You're not cold. You're in a you're in a crop top. Who said you were cold? Connect 5. Oh no. Oh dear. I said finest. I didn't say coldest. Oh dear, Beluga. I'm not sure what on earth Beluga is saying, but you're more than welcome to stay, Beluga. It's a family stream. We like to have as many of our family members in as possible. I think we have EK in, we have Sparker in. Hopefully Kit's still here. I think, oh, Dan was in. I don't know if Dan's still in. But yeah, they're all my YouTube families, my YouTube family members. I don't know if that's the right term to use, because it might get confused with the whole memberships thing, which I don't have anymore. But I think Beluga's got the wrong end of the stick and thinks that somehow we're flirting. I don't, because obviously he's worked out that you're female and I'm male, but hasn't worked out there's a huge age gap. Thank you, Sparker. Appreciate it. Every day I keep thinking I need to get your number into my phone so I can message you. And every day by the time I finish work, because I think of it when I'm at work, and then every day I forget about it, and then I think about it in the stream. But by the end of the stream, I'm thinking about something else again. I'm terrible. I do apologise. I will get back to you. I will add you onto my WhatsApp. Oh dear. Right, Connect 4 then. Let's do some Connect 4. I've done a little bit of shuffling now. It's a bad habit of just like shuffling even when I'm putting it away, but I like things to be well shuffled. And I'll shuffle it again before I play it another time. But we've got one win on the board against Bandido. I mean, the scoreline is heavily against me though recently with that. What's this? What's that, EK? Your parents said what? Hey, Chloe's in. Hi, Chloe. How are you doing? Are you in your tent again this evening? We're about to do a little bit of Connect 4. EK has elicited that we will do a little bit of that. So I'm gonna. Well, I've got to turn this camera around, haven't I? And do all that thing. So, one sec. Wait. Ooh. Look at that ugly mug. Right, we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Need a chair. I'm going to double up my chairs today, actually. I like to have two of these, one per cheek. They're kind of kid size, really. Like, so the boys are okay, and slimmer ladies too. But for me, I like to have a couple. Right. Let's see if we can't set ourselves up properly. Right, we need to bring that a bit closer. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to struggle to find a game that's better on stream than Connect 4. It's just almost like ideally designed for this, really. There we go. Right. Hey, you got James in. No, says Chloe, oh my God, last night was cold. When I woke up at 4 AM, can't wait to get a proper van. Yeah, I've got to say, my van was actually quite warm because I loaded up my stove overnight. Just like, I got it quite warm. And then, like, before bed, I don't know, 20 minutes before bed or whatever, I just threw loads of logs in the way where I knew that they wouldn't just go all mad straight away. Sort of, the fire would slowly spread through. And it worked a treat. I woke up this morning and it was cool, but it was really comfortable in here actually as things go, considering how cold the night got. So I was really happy with that actually. It's always nice to know I'm going to stay warm overnight thanks to that. It's like we're sitting in a normal room. How do you heat it, log banner? Yeah. Oh, have you not seen? Let me just give you a little look behind. There's probably a raging fire going on there. There's a bit of a delay here, so I can't see what I'm showing you. But yeah, there you go. It's not massively raging, but aim that the right way. But yeah, but that's the fire anyway. What? Let's see if I've centralised that again properly. Right. Hopefully you can all hear. Yeah, you would have said if you couldn't hear me already. It's always weird trying to work everything out. Right, this needs to be higher up. Does it not? So I think I need to come closer and angle you down a little bit more. How have I done this in the past? Because this is not marrying up to where I normally would have it. What is going on? Ah, we're just too. That's what it is. We're too close. I'll get there. Right. Aha. Now we're onto something. There we go. So just finding the right spot really, which I think is maybe about here. There we go. I want it just above the chat if possible. That's basically what we want. Right. Doing it again. Knocking things about. Got to go that way a little bit. We're good to go. So EK gets first game. Thanks, James. Appreciate your kind words, and you, Chloe. How have you both been? How was your day? I hope you've had a good one. I assume you work, Chloe, although I don't know what you do. Right, go on in. EK, do you want to go first? If so, shout me out a number. I'll let you have first dibs. Eddie's Lorries says, Connect 4, haven't seen that for a long while. Hi Eddie, good to have you in. Yeah, we have only just started playing this recently, but it's good. It's a fun thing to do on the stream. We like it. I feel like I can actually come closer still. Just still trying to set up a little bit here, and I think if I have the board a little bit further away from me, there. Hey, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Well, pretty good. 4 for EK. I'm gonna go 3. Yeah, I thought you might go 4. Everyone's learnt that the middle is actually a good place to be starting. Let's there we go, that's not too bad. Still feel like that's like that. 3, okay. I fit / make replacement hair systems, wigs if you like, so advanced these days you can't tell. Oh, like for men. Oh, cool. That is so you fit them and you hold on. I fit make replacement. Oh, male. I see. You fit male replacement hair. I see. I've got it now. That was a typo thing. Okay. My brain is so slow sometimes. Okay, so you fit male replacement hair systems. Okay, that's cool. That's a solid thing to be doing. That's a 2, I think. I'm gonna go with 4. Yeah, well, I hope your day was good. You haven't told me much about it though, EK. I know you were in a better mood today, but I don't know what you were up to. I was going to ask you what this has come to my mind actually. I wanted to ask a few of my family members this actually, because it's just a way to get to know people. But as you were at school, I was wondering what's your sort of favourite thing that you like to do, like the thing you're best at, whether it's school or something else. I was recently like just come up in my feed some persons, I don't know what their pronouns are. They're like one of these furry people. They, if you know what I mean, they wear the tail and the mask and whatnot. But they have really cool art that they do, and that caught my eye. I like a bit of art, but like Tim's artwork that he does on his channel. It's always impressive to see people like what they can produce with that sort of thing. 5, okay. Ah, you went back on the stream, did you? Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna go there. You had woodlands today. What's woodlands? What does that mean? Weirdly, my boys went to a preschool called Woodlands. Oh, tidying the sensory room, that sort of thing. Oh, cool. Yeah, Henry used to have sensory circuits in the morning at school, being on the autistic spectrum. Until the head teacher decided to take it away as a punishment for his misbehaving. The thing that was supposed to help him behave at school was taken away because he was misbehaving, because she didn't want him to see it as a reward. I'm like, oh my God. But the worst bit of it was, it turned out at that point, we found out that that he was behind on his maths, because when they do sensory circuits was when they did maths in the morning, and they took all the SEN kids out of maths to do sensory circuits. I was like, what on earth? It's your go, EK. Waiting on you. No pressure. Oh dear. So Chloe, is that something you do like independently, kind of like an independent hairdresser type thing, or is it something that you do like as part of like a salon type thing? I mean, I don't know how that sort of thing works. To be fair, obviously I've not needs to worry about hair replacement. I am blessed in that respect, at least. We've got hi there from. No, I'm in the UK, and I haven't. I can see. I'm going to go with ping. I'm going to go with ping because that's at the end, and I can't pronounce the rest. Basically, being out in the woods, mate. Oh yeah, cool. Oh, when you say you are too, you mean on the spectrum? Oh, you like rent a room. So you're like independent, but you just rent the room. That's cool. That's cool. So you're like entrepreneurial then. Uh, uh, they took sensory circuits away from him in the morning because he was like basically misbehaving. So they were designed to help him focus during the day, obviously, as I'm sure you know. And because he wasn't able to focus in the day, they took it away as a punishment. It's the most crazy logic you could think of, but yeah. So sensory circuits is a thing to help with like just like focus of mind and that. So they do stuff like they'll like roll a ball over you and do things just to kind of give you sensory sort of inputs and stuff. So you know how like someone on the spectrum will like what I'm doing now. I'm just playing with this coin, and you need some sort of stimulus to kind of like what's the word? It's like it's called auto soothing or something like that. So yeah, you can't see it, actually, it's not interesting. But here I am, just basically like I find something because I'm pretty sure I'm not diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I'm somewhere on that spectrum. I recognised it in Henry pretty early. 4. There we go. I was wondering if you were ever going to say. All right, and then I'm going to go there. Where's your next one? We've got Club in. Hi, Club. I recognise you. Hey, mate. Good to see you. Hope you're well and warm. I am indeed. The stove is cracked on and it is toasty in here. Thank you very much. How are you? Hope you've been well. I guess they don't do sensory circuits as a thing in your school, and they just have the sensory room, I guess. I saw. Do you know what, Dan did a go check out Dan Gaze's channel. He put up a video, and they had like this whole place, like a whole kind of facility, if you like, with several different rooms, and each room was a different kind of sensory room of some kind. It was incredible. It was a really nice one. I think it was somewhere in. I think he said it was in Luton. Was it in Luton? Oh, I can't remember, but it was somewhere. It was really cool though. Come on, EK, you got to pick one. I've distracted you with all this talk, haven't I? This is my game plan. Distract you enough that I can win. Yeah, they said when they come on, EK, give me a number. Yeah, when they assessed Henry, the doctor basically said it's ASD, autistic spectrum disorder. But Dan's in. The champ is in. Second to last, so 6. Okay, this one here. Okay, I'll go over here, shall I? Bomb. Denied. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, but they said but the doctor, she said in old money he'd be called Asperger. It would be called Asperger's. Is what Henry basically would have been called in the old days, but it's all just ASD now. They've realised that it's just a spectrum of it. We've got a hi in the chat from, is that Denica? I'm hoping I'm saying that Denica. Is that right? But hi, glad to have you in. Where are you from? I think his channel name is just something like Dan Gay's Support Services and then a string of numbers. But if you just did a search on here for Dan Gay Support Services, or you can, I'm subscribed to his channel, so you could look through my subscriber list and I think you'll find him on there. You said? Did I miss it? No, I did second to last. How have I won? Dan's a better player than me if he thinks I've won already. It's not my turn though, Dan. It's EK's turn. She went here, then I went here to block her. Well, you can't lose, says Dan. I think I could. I think if I was distracted enough, I could definitely lose. Yeah, EK saying no, he hasn't. Come on, EK, pick a number. 5. There we go. All right. I'm going to go 5 as well. I like me a bit of 5. Oh, your stream's playing up. Okay, that's fair play. I'm always concerned when I'm parked here that my internet's going to be so atrocious that I can't stream, but it seems to do all right. Can you see it yet? Asks Dan. I cannot see it. No, I can see some moves which will help me in the future, but I mean, if EK misses something now, 6 says EK. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, I've got it. Dan was ahead of us on that one. I'd already won. I hadn't even noticed, but once I did that, yeah. But I think it was just after he said that. Really, it was after you. It was after you played here and I played here. That was it. It was basically over. Hey, thank you for the game, EK. Right. Does anyone else want to play before I let Dan thrash me? Yeah, Dan is always free. The champ is always 3 moves ahead, aren't you, Dan? When you say again, EK, is that you saying you want to play again? I'll give somebody else a chance first. Sorry, Chloe, I'm not sure who you're talking to. Hopefully you're getting the right help club. Did I miss something? Oh, club. Oh, sorry, club. Sorry, club. I missed your message. I'm just going to read it now. I was diagnosed with ADHD in June. I'm 43. They call us the lost generation. We had to suffer with something way back when with no name. That is, you're bang on, club. Yeah, I hope you're managing to find a way to. Well, I hope you're finding a way to manage it. But that's kind of what we all had to do. Like you say, lost generation. Really, there was so many things like that. Just they didn't have names for. They didn't understand. You go back that long. Oh, we've got Archie back in. Hi, Archie. Thank you for the compliment. How are you today? I hope you're well. Oh, are you asking Dan if they want if he wants the game, EK? Chloe, are you going to give me a game, or is Connect 4 not your thing? Maybe you're just here for my pretty face, like Archie. Oh dear. Well, bring it on then, Chloe. Shout out a number, and you can't tell me you're going to smash me and then not play. So you got to play now. Tell me the number. So it works like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You call out the number, and I will follow in turn. Dan saying I'm in and out just now. Yeah, I think it might be my end of things, to be fair. I think my internet might be a bit atrocious. I'm considering turning off the Wi-Fi on that phone. Yeah, it's left to right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4. Okay. I will go, just change it up. I'm going to go 5. As if 5 is any different to 3. Your move, Chloe. Yeah, but Club is definitely right about this. That us lot in our sort of 40s and that we grew up with so many issues that just nobody had a name for. And just essentially, I saw this post actually, someone saying they were raw dogging depression, like basically no meds and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, that's kind of like how life in general for us lot went. There wasn't a lot of help. There wasn't a lot of counselling or anything like that. I went through some fairly severe childhood trauma, to be fair, and didn't get any help with it at all, and no counselling or anything. And like, if a child went through it now, I mean, they'd be in some counselling like for long term. It's just. Oh, we've got 7 over here. Okay. I'm going to go here. It's mad what just got slipped through the cracks back when we were younger. Oh, no, not that Dan. It isn't that Dan, EK. It's Dan Gaze, who posted about this sensory room. Oh, Obi-Wan is in. Hi, Obi-Wan. Good to see you. How you doing? Is the Force with you today? What's... Oh, I've heard of Calms. Yeah. The Henry's got some appointment over there with something or other. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do you a link at the end, EK. At the end of the stream, I'll put a link in the. Actually, do you know what I'll do? I'll post about it on my channel. I'll post about the video he did just to share it out because I think it's really cool. Oh, sorry, Chloe. You said 6. I apologise. Very distracted by the chat as per usual. I'm gonna go with that one. I'm not sure. I think he does have somebody with, as you call it, complex needs, but I'm not certain. I know that Dan's story, his own story, is from his childhood, was a really rough one, and he's kind of dragged himself through it. There we go. What might be him? I'm starting to not follow you, EK. I mean, that might be a channel of his, but it's literally Dan Gay's support services is like all one word and then some numbers. But that might be his handle, to be fair. I might be... No, it's... If you scroll up on the chat, he was in today. If you scroll up, can't you click on his profile? If you go up to the early times, I think you've missed it, Chloe. I don't think you smashed me somehow. Not at this, anyway. I got you. Oh dear. How about you, everyone? Are you going to give? Oh, mind you, I should probably give the champ a run first. Dan, are you still in for a game? I'm guessing that shot was an O replacing an I. Oh dear. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, EK. You found it. So, Dan the champ, are we on for a game? If not, I'll offer one out to somebody else. David's saying, I had one of them games, I found it to be a bit boring. Yeah, it's not for everybody. It's not for everyone, Dave. Don't you worry about it. But glad to have you in nonetheless. I think, Arsha, you've said that before. That's starting to sound a bit AI kind of esque because it's now repeated. Dan's saying, go on in, you go first. Oh, I get first. To be fair, respect you. I'm going to take the middle. That's a good, what you call it? What's it called? A good sport. He beat me before. He's going to let me have first play. Dan, may the force be with you. No, don't give it to Dan. Dan's too good. Dan's too good. Chloe says, I got you on the telly and National Lottery on my phone. Fingers crossed. But then I'll buy you something you dream of. Phew. I'd take you off of that, Chloe. I tell you, if I won the lottery, I'd definitely take care of the people I love, but then I'd want a piece of land. That's what I'd like to do with it. I'd like to have a proper bit of land where I can park up and do loads of forestry stuff, have a little bit of water on it maybe, and I'd build a really off-grid kind of thing, like a campsite type thing for van lifers, but also for your standard tourism as well, just so I could have some funds coming in from that. But it would sort of fund just loads of cool sort of things on the land, having fires and stuff, and just building different projects and things. It'd be really awesome, absolutely awesome it would be. Sorry, have I missed a number? No, I'm still waiting. It's all good. Oh, it's my go. Sorry, Dan. I went first. It's my go. I'm gonna go here. What, you want to play Connect 5, do you, EK? Phew. I'm not sure that would be an easy thing to win. You can't say 5-2. Say 5 or 2 now, Dan. 52. 52 somewhere that way. It's way that way. I'm not getting out of the van just to try and find an imaginary 52. 2, okay. I'm going to go with 6. Random move, just to throw one in, just so to keep Dan guessing. Dan the champ. That's what we will call you, the champ for now. So there's no confusion between you and the other Dan. What about Connect 1? That's a quick game, that is, Obi-Wan. 5, okay, 5 it is. Lovely jobs. Yeah, why not? I'm going to go 5 as well. Chloe's saying, I think people who live off grid in vans are awakened beings. It depends. Some people I've met are doing it just because they've almost been forced into it, just financially. Maybe they've lost their place, whatever. Some people it is definitely just a calling, they choose to do it. I've met lots of people like that. Thankfully, most of the people I meet are in that group. But you hear of these stories of people I think Bristol, there's a whole street of people living in vans, and they're just there because they can't afford the rent in a lot of places. I think there's probably a few people who like it, but it's been in the news quite a lot of times in the past where, there's just so many of them. Oh, as Dan said, 5 again. Okay, 5 again for Dan. It's a smooth move. Where do I want to go? I'm going to go here. Can we try Connect 5 after that? Yes, we will do a Connect 5, EK, just for you. I don't know it's going to go that well, but we'll try it. But yeah, definitely, if you're choosing a nomadic lifestyle, Chloe, I think, you're onto something. I always think it's a bit crazy if you think about it. I was cleaning the windows on a house yesterday, and it's a huge house. I'm talking 4, maybe 5 bedrooms, I think 4 big bedrooms, maybe with like some en-suites going on and whatnot, and like huge amount of space downstairs as well. And only the lady of the house was in. Kids are out, husband is out, and so there's one person in this whole house. So you can imagine, you know, she's wandering around the downstairs bit, but not much of this house is getting used. And then even if the kids come back, they're probably in the same rooms downstairs. The top floor's probably not going to get used at all until it's the evening, and then people go up, and at that point, now the bottom's not getting used. And if you think about it, at any given time in a big house, less than half of it will ever be used. So that's a lot of wasted space that you have to heat, that you have to clean, that you have to basically pay your rent for, or you're paying your mortgage on. This is crazy. Oh, six for Dan. Fair enough. I'm going to go here, I think. Yeah, he's not going to win over there. Just do my double check, Dan. Make sure you're not going to beat me without me seeing. We've got Human commenting back in saying, well, here we are again. We are indeed here again, and great to have you back. I totally agree, Robert. I love living in a small flat. Yeah, small is definitely easier, less of a thing. But if you're mobile as well, it's great then, because you can just head off and do whatever you want. Did you say 4? 4 it is. I'm going to go with 1. I think I have you, Dan. I think I have you. Yeah, I've got you, Dan. Because you have to go here, and I'm going to take the win here. Shall we fist bumping it? Good game. 1-1. 1 apiece, yeah? Do you have a washing machine? Asked Rohan. I do indeed. I have a washing machine just behind me. There's a few videos with a tour of the van. You can see that in. Good game, Dan. Good game. Mad respect. Right. So EK wanting a Connect 5 apparently. So are you going first in EK? Oh, that one's got like a little. Or is that? Oh no, it's just a hair. I thought it had a crack in it. It was just like an eyelash or something. 6, okay. I will go to the middle. Oh, what is this? A game? Yes, it's called Connect 4, Rohan. I hope I'm saying that right. I think you told me before that was the right way. Oh, whoa. Okay. Sorry. So give it a call then. Tell me a number. 2. Okay. I'll go there. What you have to do, make a row. Yes, so it's called Connect 4 because you have to make a row of 4 either diagonally or straight up or straight across. But on this game, this one game only, we're not doing Connect 6 at EK, but on this one game, I'm allowing EK to play Connect 5 with me. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think anybody's going to win. It's going to be a stalemate, but we'll see. Because making a connection of 5 is phenomenally difficult, I imagine. 3 again. Okay. Going 4. 4. Just here. Right. I'm going to go there. This is really just not going to work at all. Whatever. It's a good bit of fun. And I like to humour EK a bit. EK's definitely one of my favourite members of the family. I'm wondering where Cat is today, EK. I guess maybe he thinks we're not started yet. He does tend to come in a bit later. Is that 5 for this? Okay. I'm going to go there. Oh, the stove just made a noise. I think the wood fell down. Yeah. I'm going to throw a log in. In goes a log. Wee. Everyone's saying the most dangerous game of Connect, the Connect 5. Yes, Rohan. Oh, so I did have it right. Nice one. Oh, it's like the Indian Rowan. Oh, okay, I see. That's cool. That's cool. 2 for EK. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go there. Oh, we've got a modded chat. Rohan saying. I mean, there's not. I don't know what you're referring to. Oh, you're talking about the log. Why am I your favourite member? I didn't say my favourite. One of my favourites, because you're always here with me, and you do cheer me up when I get a message from you in the comment sections and that. EK, it's always nice to hear from you. I'm waiting on a number though. Yeah, it does. I mean, I've got loads of like good YouTube family members now. I mean, Chloe seems to be quite a regular, which is really nice. And we always get like Dan in, Sparker's in all the time. Sparker's a solid guy, really. 2 for you. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, that's it. Normally mornings and afternoons, that sort of thing. But it's just nice that somebody's out there thinking about you. I mean, that's why I wanted everyone to kind of be nice to Emmy and that sort of thing. It's nice just knowing that there are people out there thinking about you sometimes. 2. That's good. Connect 4, but we're playing Connect 5. I've got it. Did you not see that, EK? Are you just being nice to me? I swear you were just letting me win that one. I got the 5. There we go. Whose chat is that? Are you talking about Emmy? I didn't know she streams, to be fair. See you, champ. I'll definitely be looking to get the best of 3 sorted next time you win. Cheers for coming by and having a game with me. Right. Mustard versus ketchup red versus... Yeah, so it's good versus evil. Yeah, well, I'm definitely the evil red. Oh, you mean you commented in a post? I mean, yeah, and I saw that. I appreciated you doing that. I hope we didn't sort of upset her when she came in and we talked a bit too much about it in the stream. I didn't want to make too big a fuss, to be fair. I'm aware of that sort of thing. You know, it's brave to just put a comment, like a little video out there like that, and you might not necessarily really want to talk about it, even like this. So face to face is hard, but even like this on the stream, it's difficult. Hoobs Groove, hi Hoobs Groove, good to have you in. How are you doing? Why don't you let your viewers go first, and we can be read? I do let my viewers go first. I always give the viewers the choice. Who's going to have the next game? Are we going to have Obi-Wan? Or are we going to have Hoobs Groove? Who wants the next game of Connect 4 with me? First person to shout out a number in the chat gets the go. So we've just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Called out a number, and we'll start the game. Not you, EK. You've already had 2 games. Give somebody else a chance. Human says 1. There we go. Human's in for 1. Okay. I'm going to go with 3 to be different. Ah, says EK. I tell you. Hoobs Groove saying, go on then. But it's too late, Hoobs Groove. You have to go in for the next one. 3 for human. I'm going to go with 4. Everyone's saying I'll go next. Wee. I don't know. It's going to be between Hoob's Groove and Obi-Wan. We'll have to do rock, paper, scissors for it. 5, okay. I'm going to go with that one there. Who's Groove? I'm playing human now. You'll have to go. You'll have to go next. 4, okay. Yeah, I think I have to go there. I don't like it, but that's a move. Everyone says Hoobs can go next. Hoobs has got next game then. Everyone can go after that. 2, okay. We'll go here. Dicey's is in. Shout out to Dicey's number 14. There we go. Always straight into it for you, Dicey's. I know you want to shout out. Are you going for? You said hi and then got to go for a bath. Fair enough. Thanks for popping in. Hope give me the thumbs up at least before you go. 3 for human. I'm gonna fire off this one over here. I think there's too much going on over there for me not to block something up. What do you think you are? Arnold Schwarzenegger? I'll be back. That was a terrible impression, I'm aware. I do not do good impressions. 1. What did you say, EK? You say you're going to go shower now or tomorrow morning? Yost isn't. Hi, Yost. How you doing? Are you going to give me a game, Yost? We've got a couple of people waiting in the queue first, but if you stick around, you can have third game. Well, third from now. Ooh, I'm going to go here. I might, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, yeah. Not now. I'm too interested in this and company. Fair play. Are you downstairs with your family, or are you holed up in your bedroom all alone? I hope you've got family around you. That'd be really nice. 2 for human. I'm going to go over here. Where to next? Oh, down with your family. That's good. That's nice. Although knowing you, you're hiding your screen from them. I know your tricks. Seriously, says Yost. Yeah, I'm playing with viewers. So I've got plenty of my YouTube family in, who you are definitely part of, Yost. 6 for human. I will accept 6 graciously over there. There we go. Just waiting for human. So the way we play it, Yost, is that I'm playing with human at the moment. As you said, they're just basically saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, and I put in the yellow one for them, and I'm red. I'm hardly ever in the room apart from bedtime and the mornings. That's fair play. That's fair play. That's kind of like that with van life. That's why my bed just gets made up when it's bedtime. Otherwise, I'm just hanging out on the sofa, chilling. 7. Okay. It's a good call, actually. That was a very wise move. We go here. You next. Unless I'm doing homework, then I'm in my room or revision, which I actually need to do before Friday. Oh, you should be stop watching this then and get on with your revision. What you got on Friday? You got a test, have you? One. Ooh, you're trying to sneak that one by me before I do another move. You hoping that I wouldn't remember that that was happening there, and that I'd be focused on what I'm doing. Nah, I ain't gonna do it, says EK. Do you know what? I was terrible at revision. I barely ever did it. I might have revised for like the 2 hours, well not 2 hours, but like an hour, like between two, like well 1 hour, a couple of hours before the exams. That's how I did tests basically. Just quickly cram just before, just to refresh everything really, and then it would be like just go in, get it done. GCSE work. Ah, yeah. Is that free for? I'm going to go here. You've got a 15 mark writing page for English today. 15 mark. What does that mean? 6. Good call. I'm now going to go here. Go have a drink, mate. Make some friends, says Yo-Yo. I have lots of friends right here. Thank you very much. We're making loads on YouTube. Got plenty of YouTube family now. And my real life friends are all probably quite busy. I think Tim is out for a camp maybe today. I don't know. He was doing a recce earlier on. I don't know if he's actually gone out for the camp tonight. And Noah is just absolutely flat out with work and his little girl. So just waiting on Human for his next move. We've got a GG's in the chat from Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan sees what's happened here. Just waiting on Human. Do I get a GG from Human, or are we going to continue for the next move? Yeah, no, it is always flat out these days. I don't drink, Yo-Yo. I don't get drunk. 4. And I take that one, and I've got connect 4 twice somehow. I've got one here and one there. That's like the X-Man of Connect X, that is. Dearie me. Right, so who was next? I think Hoobs. Are you still in? Is Hoobs ready for the game? Sorry, Kimbo. The next few games are spoken for. You will be put in the queue if you want to have a game. We are in high demand this evening. Just wait and see. Yeah, like Connect 8, Obi-Wan. It was crazy. I got a Connect 5 earlier against the EK, and the previous day I did do that as well. 43% as well. Oh, you're talking about like how much percentage it is towards your overall grade. I see. I'm getting you now. I'm remembering. It's so long ago since the GCSEs, EK. I'm telling you. Is Hoobs in then? I think we might have lost Hoobs. Is Hoobs Groove in? Last call for Hoobs Groove to shout out a number. Otherwise, we're going to give it to Obi-Wan. We're going to move down the line. Oh, wait. Hold on. Are you talking about percentages on battery now? Wait. I thought you were talking... Oh, mark out of 15. I've missed so much. Sorry, EK. I'm just quickly scrolling. I apologise. CB to go do it right now. I see... Oh, you're about to do it now? Oh, yeah, 10 past 8. Yeah, fair enough. You go and do your school stuff, EK. Be responsible. That's a good idea. But thanks for hanging about and giving me some games. I really appreciate it. Hope you have I hope it goes easy and you have a good night. And then we've got no word from Hoobs. So Obi-Wan, let's see if the force is strong with you. Shout me out a number. You'll have next game if you hang about, Kimbo. Kimbo Schleiss. Is that how we're saying it, or Kimbo Schleiss? I don't know. I think it's Kimbo Schleiss. I don't know. You go first as Obi-Wan. Yeah, Obi-Wan had the next game, but we've lost the guy who was actually waiting for the first one. So you're after Obi-Wan if you want it, Kimbo. You think this is E5? Well, I tell you, you're talking a strong game, Kimbo. I will see how good you are after this one. Or Obi-Wan retracted the message. Was that a call for a move and then you didn't, and then you changed your mind? I didn't see it. You ain't gonna go and do it. You should go and do it, EK. Honestly. I started early today because this could go on for a while. This stream, I don't know. 4, okay. Oh, a very polite please on there from Obi-Wan. Well appreciated. I'm going to go straight up above him. Oh, I thought you said you was. Sorry. I tell you, EK, sometimes when you're typing quick, it just comes out a bit funky, and I misunderstand it. And I think just my reading as well is not always clear. And I was scrolling back up through chat, furiously trying to catch up with everything I'd missed. Do it at midnight when watching if you're still streaming. Fair play. I appreciate you, EK. I really do. Come on, Obi-Wan. Use the Force. Where does it tell you you need to go? This is where we see one of the pieces just like, it's in here, and then it just starts floating up and moves to a more winning spot. I've got to keep my eyes peeled just in case something does happen. This is not the connection you're looking for. Well, you could definitely find time to do your schoolwork instead of watching me. I will say that, EK. As a responsible adult, I should say that. I really should. I'm wondering if we still have Chloe in. Chloe, are you still watching, or have you disappeared? I imagine Sparker's probably killing some zombies or something, but he's probably still got the screen on somewhere. I tell you what, all my YouTube family, shout out in the chat. Let me see who's here. I'm wondering if Obi-Wan's done a runner. Obi-Wan, are you? Oh, I've just. What have we done with that? Okay, that is now weird. Let's go back out of that. I'm starting to think my internet might be a bit dodgy. Hold on. Oh, wait. My chat settings are just, what is going on? Let me just do this. Oh, Spiker says, yes, under heavy fire. Sorry, I've just realised that the chat was just frozen on this. Sorry. 4 again, please. Sorry. Apologies, Obi. Oh, no, you said that before, EK. And then... there we go. Oh, yeah, it was... No, the chat definitely hadn't got half of that. It's kind of frozen up. I don't know what happened there. Apologies, people. Right. Right. My go, then. Are we going to do a stripe all the way up the top? No, I'm going to go here. Let's see what we make of that. So we've got Sparker still in, but I think we don't have Chloe. I think we lost Chloe at a point, which is fair play. She was in for a while. I never fully expect anyone to hang around the whole entire time. I think there's very few of you that do that. I think when Chuck first turned up, he did that a few days. EK has been around. I think EK, have you been in every day since you found my channel? I don't know. Oh no, wait. Was there a bit where you were travelling? No, I think you managed to come in. I think like you've at least said hello in everyone. I'm not sure. You'll probably remember better than I do. We've got a 5 with the please. Well, Obi-Wan is so polite. I'm going to go there. Everyone else just like whap the number in. Everyone taking the time to write out that please. Just going to check on my fire. Let's move the wood around a little bit. Which one next, Abby? We had MLD in a rhubarb and custard. I recognise that name. I think you've been in before. Is that another 5? Is that another 5? Okay, you want 5. What? Do I go defence or attack? Defence. Oh, but then that's conundrum. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go sideways on this thing. That's true, Sparker. Manners cost nothing. Yeah. Well said. Well said. We've got some polite gentlemen in this evening, I will say. Some solid guys. Whoa, just waiting on the next one. 7. Okay. 7 it is. I suppose anywhere but 6 is good. Yeah. I should probably go here, right? It's not that easy, everyone. It's not that easy. He's putting the old cat emojis in now, trying to distract me. Where next? No, says Obi-Wan. You didn't think it would be that easy. You've got to use your Jedi mind tricks at least and tell me that 6 is not the number you want to play. 5, he says. Okay, 5 it is. Just gonna go there. Quick look, ghosts. When else can I find time to do homework? EK going. I don't know. Anytime you're not at school, I guess. I don't know. Do you know what? I used to do mine on the bus on the way to school most of the time. Everyone used to think that I was like really like the class kind of. I think the word used most often was boffin, which is like basically the smart kid who always does his schoolwork. And what no one ever realised was I was probably almost always the last person to start my homework. And the amount of times I'd be on the bus rides into school, finishing off the homework that's due that morning, or in starting it sometimes as well. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Kay. That's a weirdly that you know, it's actually quite a useful way to do is to break up the night. Before we had all the street lights that we do, and they wanted us to have like this long working day and whatnot. People like all around the world used to this, but even in this country, used to sleep twice a night. So you'd have like 4 hours of sleep, wake up at around midnight, and then like do something for a little while, and then go back to sleep a little bit later for another 3 or 4 hours, or even just a couple. Because basically that's the way that your sleep pattern works, is you actually need to wake up halfway through to get the most benefit out of it. But we stopped doing that ages ago and sort of trained ourselves not to do it. And that's where the term midnight snack and things like that come from. People used to get up, and this blew my mind when I heard this. People in this country used to get up, you'd go around to your neighbour's house, whatever, and we sit around and have a little chat and eat some little like midnight snack together. And people would actually do that. I'm like in the middle of the night, in between your sleeps, and they're like, yeah, I'm like, that's mental. So you could do that. You could wake up in the middle and do your work. Number one, please, we've got. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, I'm delaying the game there a little bit. Where to next? Where to next? There. I have a game plan. Oh, Emmy's in. Hi, Emmy. How you doing? Great to have you in. Hope your day's been good. Mine's been cracking. We've been playing Connect 4 for quite a while now. I'm not sure how long it's been. And I should probably be thinking about checking my battery, actually. You've reminded me of that much, at least. Let's have a little look, see where we're at. Oh, yeah, that's on 20% because I've got the brightness way too high up on this screen. Let's just turn that down a bit. All right. I need to plug that in. Hold on. Game will resume in just a moment. I need to grab a power cable and a good battery. Just plug that in. This is going to just mess up the stream. I know it is. Every time I try to plug something into this thing, it just messes something up. Yeah. All right. So, sorry everybody. Sorry for the slight error. Did Emmy respond? I know. We got a 2 from Obi-Wan. Sorry, Obi. 2 it is. Let's see what we've done there. Playing a tricky game, Obi. I'm good. My day has been amazing because my bestie bought 24 gifts so that I can have a gift calendar. And since in Norway we have Christmas on the 20th. Oh, so it's you have yours on the 24th. That's a new thing to me. I've never heard of that. That's cool though. So you get, but the gift calendar's a nice idea. We did that with the boys when they were younger. Instead of giving them, because over here we all have like the chocolate advent calendars, we didn't want to give them loads of chocolate every day, so we went with like little tiny prizes and gifts each day. It's quite a nice little idea. Do you? I guess the gifts are all a little surprise, are they? So will you only find out on each day? So you said, so 9:30 till maybe 11:45 sleep, then 11:45 work, then sleep for another half an hour, then TV, then get up. That's not a lot of sleeping, EK. That won't do you any good. That will not do you any good at all. I would suggest a little bit more sleeping and a little bit less TV. Number one, please. Also, look at that. Look at this frog. You want me to be distracted, do you? Oh dear. I think I might have got beaten. Oh dearie me. Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, it's all right. The force is strong with this one. Go on then. Take your win. Take the W. Obi-Wan has used the force. That's cheating, Obi-Wan. You used the force. You can't do that. What was that, Amy? But it's like 9 p.m. It starts instead of the morning. Really? That's crazy. Oh. Right. I'm going to give Obi-Wan his move. I know where he's going. And Obi-Wan takes the win. Woo! W for Obi-Wan. So, we had somebody who was saying they wanted to play. Who was it? Kimbo. Is Kimbo still in? If you're in, you get next game. Do you know Connect 4, Emmy? Did they have that in Norway? I don't know if this is a game you're familiar with. Some people have come in and they have no idea what we're doing. I have to explain it, which is fair play. This is obviously not a universal game. But yeah, well done, Obi-Wan. We should get loads of hearts in the chat and celebration for Obi-Wan. Yeah, give him some love for his big win. So I think Kimbo is not in. So did we have anyone else waiting on a game? I don't think so. What did you say? I didn't understand what you asked. I had it in Norway. I was asking if you know how to play Connect 4, Emmy, which is what we're playing now. If you do, you're welcome to play the next game because we don't have anyone waiting now. It'd be awesome to give you a game of Connect 4. I'm going to sit here and wait for the response now. Well, we'll give Emmy a chance to respond, EK, but if not, I'll give you another game. I'm going to check on the stove while I'm waiting, actually. Yeah, it's going to work. Just going to... Ooh. I've got sticky sap finger now. Yes, of course, Norway knows that it's one of the most bought games, but I'll try. Cool. Yeah, it's not a global thing though, Emmy. So I never know. Give me 1 second to clean my hand off. I touched the wood that's burning, and there's some sap coming out of one end, and I didn't realise, and it's like all over my fingers now. That's really sticky. That's not usually a thing. I think it's because I'm using this it's like timber really rather than fuel logs. My friend Lucas delivered me some. Was kind enough to just cut some up at work. So I've got all of these kind of logs of wood that he's just literally chopped up and brought over to add to my fuel reserves, which is very nice of him. I shall see him on Friday. He's going to give me some more, and we'll play some chess as well, which will be quite cool. Now I can start if you want, Emmy, but you can go if you like. The way we work is we just say, you say the number for a column, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You say the number, and I'll put yours in. You'll be yellow, and I'll be red. But I can go first if you prefer. I always give the viewer the choice. Obi-Wan, stop with the force already. I do not want to lose anymore. You do not need any apprentices. Oh, I've missed some chat. See who on Friday? What's this? Oh, number 1, says Emmy. Okay. I'm going to go... Let's mix it up. I'm going to go 7. Made of 4 speed. Like if I lose another one tonight, I'm going to be very upset. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I love a good challenge. 4. Okay. I'm going to go 3. I'm not going to give you like an easy win on the first. Could you imagine that, losing in 4 moves? Well, that'd be so embarrassing. I'm sure it's happened at some point. Somebody's like not noticed that somebody's just gone straight at it. 1 again for Emmy. Cool. Emmy's fast. That's really cool. Some of the viewers have been taking like ages over every turn, and I think they're just agonising over it. It started to make me wonder, were they checking on some like Chat GPT for the best moves? I'm going to go there. Where next? You don't have to be good at it, Emmy. You can just give it a crack. Number 2. I'm going to go number 3. Yeah, it's... yeah, you don't, EK. You're quick as well. Yeah. Obi-Wan took ages to tell me. But so who was it I was playing earlier? And they took a long time. I can't remember who it was. Dan was taking a while, yeah. Dan the champ. It's not that easy, Emmy. I'm blocking that. Nice try, though. Yeah, me too, EK. If I get distracted, that's how I lose half the time as well. Although, I will say, Obi-Wan just beat me through pure skill. Got the whole sort of locked-in win there. I missed a bit of a danger zone. Number 7, okay. I'm going to go with this one here. Three. So if you're in Norway, are you like south where some of the big cities are, or are you like north so far that you're in that region where, because isn't there a bit where you're like with Norway that's within the Arctic Circle, so like it's just like really long days and really long nights depending on what time of the year? You're north. Oh, that's cool. So you north enough that you get like the really long sort of like winter, sort of like nighttime, and then the really long summer daytime where it just the sun doesn't set. Because I've always wanted to go north enough to see that. That'd be so cool. I think it's my turn, isn't it? You've got 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's your turn. Is that right? Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's my turn. It's my turn. Okay. Where am I going? I'm going to go on top of yours there. Yeah, I bet it is cold up there. Yeah, we should be cold here, but we have the AMOC, or basically what we call the Gulf Stream over here, which is just loads of warm water coming up from the Caribbean. And it kind of keeps our climate a lot more moderate than it should be. But there's talk about that shutting down in the next sort of like 20, 30 years, something like that, or at least in the next 50. 7, says Emmy. Okay. And if that shut down, we'd be in some big old trouble. All right, I'm going to go there. Yarrow Leaf saying, I got Connect 4 for Xmas back in 1983. That's cool. That's 2 years after I was born. That's a long time ago. That's a vintage set right there. 7 again. Okay. So where should I go? Oh dear. I'm a tease, aren't I? No, says Emmy. Yarrowly saying we are higher in latitude than USA, almost Canada level. Yeah, that's true, and yet we're so mild. I mean, last few winters we haven't barely even had a freeze. It's crazy. I bet Emmy sees some deep snow though if she's up north of in the north part of Norway. I've got to get my boys somewhere like that where they can get some big snow. 5 for Emmy. That was a bad move, Emmy. I'm going to go here. I've got you. It's the W for me. Good game, though. Good game. Interesting, that one. Oh, well, yeah, I didn't know if there'd be snow yet, but I bet you get big snow, though. I bet, what's the deepest snow you've seen? That's what I want to know. Has it ever snowed so deep that it's taller than you? Obviously, you're quite tall now, being a teenager, but like even if you were little, has there ever been a point where like you've been out in the snow and you can remember it being taller than you are? That would be cool. I see that on the Outdoor Boys channel. Like I don't watch him as much anymore, but I did watch a few of his when he was first around. And some of the snow over there, I think he's in Canada. It's just great, or Alaska or somewhere. It's just crazy how deep the snow can get in places. That's one way to do it, EK. To be fair, learning how to use ChatGPT properly is decent homework in itself these days. You'll be doing everything by the time you need to get a job anyway. Yellow's saying, do you have Kaplunk? I don't, but we should get that. That's a good call. Stick that in the comments for this video. So not the chat, but the actual comments at the end. So I've got a reminder, and I'd really appreciate it. And and what I'll do is I'll keep an eye on that. My plan is to kind of head into some charity shops and always keep an eye out for different board games, any classics, and make sure I pick them up and we can do them on stream. What tea brand is my favourite? I don't have one because I don't drink tea. I'm a hot chocolate man through and through. No, I didn't see it, said Emmy. Never mind, Emmy. To be fair, it's just a game. It's a bit of fun. The deepest snow I've seen is that it's been up to my knees last year. Oh, that's still quite deep though. That's solid. I don't think I've ever seen snow that deep. I think the deepest snow I've seen is probably, I don't know, like 8-10 inches. I don't know. Tim is back and his legs hurt. Are you back from your recce, Tim? How did it go? Was it a good spot? I was just talking about you earlier. I wasn't sure if you were actually camping it tonight or whether you were doing it in a few days. You had to walk to school with that deep snow. That's crazy, Emmy. Did you have like snowshoes or something though, like the ones that spread your weight out? Because that would be crazy to walk through without those. So what is your homework, EK, if it's decent? Is it some art homework or something? And that's always a bit better than just like boring maths or something. You had short shoes, so lots of snow came. Oh, so you just like literally walking in that deep with just shoes. Oh, that's brutal. I mean, not that wellies are going to help you if it's knee deep. So, Tim's saying yes, no good spots. I took food and water so I could camp. So just erected the tent and did some mods. And then Emmy's saying, but I almost never get cold, so it was fun. I guess that's a good thing to like a good, I don't know, call that a skill or whatever you'd call that, a good attribute to have, not getting cold if you live in a place where you can get snow that deep. Yeah, I bet it was a lot of fun. I got to admit, I love being out in the snow and having lots of fun. We'll build like snow slides, snowmen, like do a little bit of sledging if there's some ice eventually, or even just some hard packed snow will usually work quite well. But yeah, but there's a limit of how long we can stay out because you just get so frozen. I've got nice gloves, my work gloves, which I do need to get some more because these are getting a bit sort of degraded now. But these like fully waterproof latex things. And they're quite good for being out in the snow and playing with stuff, but there is still a limit of how long. But the best bit of van life is that if I can get somewhere, then I've got a warm stove nearby, even if I have to travel to get to the snow. What's this, Tim? Oh, so Eco said his so far. Mrs. Bennett beamed already planning. I see Mr. Bennett went all the same, proving once again that their partnership somehow worked. Is that? Tim's saying that's Jane Austen. Fair play. I wouldn't have known that at all, Tim. Write a paragraph on Mrs. Bennett. So let's have a look. Look here's Mrs. Bennett beamed already planning introductions, and though he teased her endlessly, Mr. Bennett went all the same, prove once again that their odd relationship somehow worked. I'm guessing Mrs. Bennett is rather attractive then. That's the first thing that's got to go in the statement, surely. Emmy's saying, well, I got to go now, but I'll probably see you next time I have notifications on, but I have school tomorrow. See you, Emmy. Thanks for popping in. It was really nice to have you along. And thank you for the game as well. Right, Tim, as you're in, do you want a game? I've been playing everybody else. You said you wanted a rematch because you were better than you were. Or you should have been better than you were the other time. Sorry, Tim is Hard Up Hiker, everybody. He's one of my closest friends. Don't worry, EK. Do you know how many times I've texted like on WhatsApp to Tim, and it will autocorrect to Tom, and I have to quickly go back in and edit the message to say Tim because oh my god, it said Tom again. I don't know. I swear my phone thinks that there's no such name as Tim most of the time, and even though, I mean, I don't think I know. Were they a bit close together? But I'm not crazy. Excuse me. Okay, I'll have a game. I'm quite tired though. Well, I'm not. I wasn't just yawning. Evening, Noah. Good to see you in. We have Tim and Noah in. Right, Tim, you going first? Call out my number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Let's crack on. 4 for Tim. Okay. I'm going to go with the classic 3. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to go 4 for build on top. I've started liking this move. That is true, EK. Yawning does not mean you're tired. It's one of those things that's to do with like oxygen in the room and that as well. So if somebody yawns in a room, it makes everyone else yawn because it's like a notification to say there's not a huge amount of oxygen in the room. Take a big breath or something like that. I remember hearing something about that. I will now go here. Eco saying, when you yawn, you inhale deeply, which increases blood flow to the brain and brings in cooler air. This may help regulate. Did you just chat GPT that or Google it? Yeah, but your facts are better than Chuck's because they're obviously solid, whereas his were half made up. We've got number 4 from Tim. I'm thinking I'm going to go here. No more facts, says Noah. Facts are allowed, Noah. Like 20 facts in 5 minutes, probably not good, but I know you knew that from school the other day. Fair enough. It's just you wrote that rather quickly, like you copy pasted it. I'm going to be honest, EK. Traditionally, yawning was thought to bring. Yeah, you're copy pasting this, EK. Don't wind up now, EK. You're going to have Noah spewing in a minute. Right, did we get? We got a 7 from Tim. Okay. I'm going to go with another 6. Right, 2 for Tim. All right. I'm going to go here, Tim. I'm sorry, buddy. That's probably one of the quickest games of the night. You definitely are tired. Number 7. Okay. I'll go here. And Tim, I've got me the W. Never mind. Noah, are you going to give me a game? Or should I have another game of EK? Oh, Human's back. Hi, Human. Good to see you back again. I'm realising I've missed a bit of chat now. Obi said you were Nova Mr. Connect 4-man, but now I must rest and bid you farewell. See you, Obi. Sorry if I hope I've caught you in time. Take care, man. Appreciate the game. I'll get you next time. Right. I'm guessing Noah has stopped listening. He might just have the stream on. EK, do you want another game? I think I'll do one more before I head off because the stream has been going for a little while now. So I think it's time for me to wrap this up. It's been quite a good one though. Yeah, Tim knowing how to spot a bit of chat GPT with the M dashes. Fair play. I don't use chat GPT, so I don't know the tricks. All right, go on then. Are you going to go first, EK? Fire off a number. Don't be asking chat GPT how to beat me now. Oh dear. Oh, well, whichever one you're using, I don't know. Some AI thing. Was it just a Google one? That's, to be fair, I ask whatever AI Google has. I ask that questions quite a few times. There we go. Straight to the side. Straight to the side. Gemini. That's the one, Tim. This is it. Tim's got a far better memory than me. I forget all facts given enough time. Every now and then some random stuff pops back in, but 3. Okay. I'm going to go down the middle again. Obi-Wan's still in. Oh, see you, Obi-Wan. I thought I'd missed you completely because the chat kind of flew a bit, but it was great to have you in and to play a game. I hope I'll get a rematch soon, though. I had a stuffed animal called Mr. Duck when I was little, you know. We've got 4. Okay. I'm now going to go with that one. Back to you. Tim, leave it alone. We do not need to prove anything with EK. Human is saying, that's interesting, EK. The ancient Greeks believed that sneezing was a sign that from the gods due to sneezing being involuntary. Yeah, there was also the whole bless you thing for a sneeze, like as if your soul's trying to escape your body or something, or there's like or an evil spirit trying to get in. Something weird, I don't know. 3 for EK. Where shall I go now? I think I'll go here. Yeah, I get that you're fine with it, EK, but I don't like this back and forth where one member of my family is trying to prove the other one right or wrong. And I know that in the background, Tim's probably starts off being quite kind of finding it funny, but then will get agitated, and it's not good for anybody if there's arguments about. Well, I think we all know that you were using some sort of copy paste, because there's no human in the world can write that much that quickly, but but we don't need to get into it. We've got Luke Green saying hey. Hey Luke Green, nice to have you in. That's really interesting, man. Thanks for sharing it. It's cool to know that due to how much we say it. Who are you talking to? Me or someone else? Oh, you're probably talking about my thing. I don't know. I mean, I swear I'm making half of the stuff up in my brain. Come on, EK, give us a number. See, this is the other problem. We're supposed to be playing a game, and it's been derailed by all this AI chat and talk about keyboards. Give me the number, EK. Where do you want to go? Hey, Mr. Cat is in. Hi, Mr. Cat. How you doing? Glad to have you. Has your day been good? Human saying, in regards to what you said about the bless you comes from. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure it's something to do with like evil spirits or something, or soul trying to leave a body or something. It's some weird sort of thing I heard one time, a long time ago, and I was like, well, it makes sense. Someone will come up with some nonsense like that. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Mr. Cat. It's been a good day. Yeah, Mr. Cat. Oh yeah, EK said 5. That will. I've got to go here. I have to go there as a blocking move, don't I? How are all the cats today, Mr. Cat? Are they all fed and happy? Yeah, can you imagine what they made of allergies back then? That's a good point, human. Yeah, it's. Oh, you don't live. I thought they were your cats. I thought therefore you would live with them. Well, you're going to have to explain yourself a bit more than this, Mr. Cat. So what's going on? So you mean like they're like a cousins or something? 5 again for EK. It's a nice move. I like it. I'm going to go here. Tim says, oh, I've got 74 cents from Bandcamp. Don't spend it all at once. What are you talking about, Tim? Fair enough. Sorry, Mr. Cat. If I'm prying, that's fair play. Obviously, I made an assumption there when you said, I thought, because I just remember you saying you got new cats, so I just assumed they were yours. Right, Human says Julius Caesar had epilepsy too, and the Romans believed those with epilepsy were cursed, so whenever he had a fit, they had to hide him so people wouldn't know. I mean, that sounds like people from back then, didn't it? Tim saying, I have music on Bandcamp. I don't just do. Oh, what? Bandcamp is a platform. Tim, you've got to remember, I know nothing. I'm in my bubble. EK's back 6. Okay. Gonna go there. Cigar is in. Cigar, how are you doing? Good to have you in, man. I hope your day's been good. Well, the last few days, it's been a while since I've seen you. Where have you been? Just waiting on EK for another number. Did they have sponges back then? That sounds like a bit of a... Because they didn't even have soap. They used to use the whole oil cleaning and all that, didn't they? And they had like the... well, mind you, I might be thinking Romans and that. What were we talking about? No, that is, yeah, we were talking to you see Romans. Yeah. Ah, you're busy with your academics. That's fair play. That's fair play, Cigar. Oh, coal. Yeah, that's fair play, Tim. Yeah, there you go. I'm getting educated here. We got a 6 for EK. Completely ignoring the fact that I've now got Connect 4. Got you again, EK. Sorry. Mr. Cat says, had an exam today, 2 hours. There was a 25% extra time but I finished early. Nice. Do you think it went well? I hope it did. What was the exam on? Do we have any more takers for... Actually, yeah, do you know what? Mr. Cat's in. If you want a game, Mr. Cat, I'll give you one game. But I'm going to call it after this because I am getting a bit tired. Cigar asking, what is this game? It's called Connect 4, Cigar. We just take it in turns, put in the pieces, like red and yellow, and you put them in, and they stack up. And the objective is to basically get a line of 4 like this, either straight up, across, or diagonally, before your opponent does. Miss Cat says 6. We're in for the last game, people. This is it. This is the last game we will have. Tim saying he hated GCSE maths. I got a C though. There you go. Well, yeah. I mean, I hated GCSE English. English was I hated it. Just hated it. Never wanted to be in any of the lessons. Mostly because I just disagreed with what most of the teachers said. 4. Okay, I'm going to go 3. Like you're analysing someone's poetry or something, and I'm just like, well, I see things you don't see. It'd be hard for you to prove that you're right and I'm wrong, but the idea that I might have had an idea that she hadn't had was very difficult for her to comprehend. Rach is in. Hi, Rach. Why on earth has that got modded? Sorry, Rach. That is the most random sentence to mod. I don't even understand. But Rach says, you warm enough in the van tonight? I am indeed. The stove is on and I am toasty. Don't you worry about me, Rach. How are you today? Glad to have you back in. 5 for Mr. Cat. Okay, I'm going to go there. Next one for Mr. Cat. It's now a 9-4 grading system. Ooh, I'm not even sure what that means, to be honest. Just looked it up. Yeah, the sponges they used were natural sea sponges. Oh, cool. But not cool that they shared them for wiping their you-know-what's-its. I mean, were they at least cleaned in between? But still. Oh, here's a hypothetical then. What would you rather, share someone's toilet sponge or their toothbrush? Go on. Everyone work out that. Which one would you prefer to share? A 2 for Mr. Cat says. Okay. I'm going to go with that one there. So I'm moving the board. I do apologise. God, what a choice, says Rach. Toothbrush. Yeah, that's... Tim says, I use those sponges in my watercolour. I'm glad that sentence finished with watercolour, Tim. I'm going to say. What's the guy saying? In PS5 era, you playing with this vintage games? Nice. Yeah, I mean, I love my in real life board games, to be honest. It's just a thing. I love it. I'm going to go here. It's a bit like you could play Monopoly online, but you ain't got the cash in your hands. Like Monopoly would be so cool if you played with real notes as well. Oh, that'd be so cool. Like if I was a billionaire, that's the first thing I'd do. I'd have somebody build me a decent sized Monopoly board with proper, like, you know, a size board with like proper size, like good looking like houses and hotels, and then like get real cash. It'd be so solid. It really would. Is that another number 3? Okay. I'm going to go here. There is a life-size Monopoly. Oh, is there, Tim? Where's that? I've got to go see that. Can you play on it, though? That's the question. Oh, shared sponge called a Tesorium. Oh, my lord. That is just... So far, the bravest person here has been Rach, the only person to answer the question. Respect to Rach, and everyone else is a coward. I will now have a crack at answering the question, seems how everybody has given up. Number 1, okay. I would say probably the toilet sponge for me, Rach, I'm going to be honest, because, I mean, that's just the outside. The toothbrush has got to go in your mouth. Oh, that's a wrong one. That's an absolute wrong one in my book. You're building something down here. I don't like it. I'm just going to block all that up. Job done. You're getting too wily for me, Mr. Cat. I don't like it. So we've got humans saying, okay, they would wash them in between use in a bucket of salt water. There you go, or vinegar to clean them. Now I'm wondering how often they change the water. Yeah, that's a question, isn't it? Probably often though, because they did the whole like aqueduct stuff and all that, and had proper like water to their cities and stuff. We've got a number 2. That's fair play. Blocking my little runoff down there. I'm going to play that one there. I think that's a real solid place for me. I've got to be careful what you do next, where I go. Toilet sponge over toothbrush any day. Yeah. Rach giving us some emojis. I guess though, actually, I'm going to change my answer slightly, and I'm going to come towards Rach's way with this. It does depend on the person. Like if I had to share with some random person my toothbrush, like no go. But if it was with, say, a partner, someone who you basically, you know, you're snogging the face off anyway, you know, you've got tongue in each other's mouth, I don't think a toothbrush is making a huge difference. But it is still a bit weird, isn't it, even then? I don't know. In that sense, it'd be a tougher choice. But if it was just random strangers, it's got to go sponge every time. 4 has been called, and I thought you might do that. So I'm going to just do a little blocking move here. Boom. Human saying, very good point. Yeah. Cigar saying, Stranger Things releasing final season today. Are you interested? Oh yes, I will be watching Stranger Things. I'm an avid fan of Stranger Things. I love it. It's weird how they're getting a lot older now. That has kind of affected things a little bit, but I like the way they kind of jumped through it a bit, and they give them a bit more history, and you get a little bit of and just the way the plot is just like coming together. It's so cool. What's the Me Too from Rach? Is that what I was talking about with the toothbrushes by any chance? A human saying, I'd like to point out I chose the sponge straight away. Like, oh, you did. Sorry, human. I did not see that. I've missed it. I did scroll. Oh yeah, you did. I apologise. They did. You did indeed. Stranger Things, yeah. Oh, the Stranger Things you're talking about. Oh, I see. Yes, yeah. It is cool. The only thing is I don't have anyone to watch it with now, because I can't watch it with the boys. They're too young for that stuff. That gets proper horrific. But it's about the most scary thing that I'll watch, to be honest. 1. Sorry, Kat. I hope that's not that is not the first time you've asked. Sorry. My bad. I was being bad. I think I've got you in the same way as I got you last time. I'm going to go here. Who doesn't love Stranger Things? That's the better question, because surely most people in here are going to just be loving it. I mean, it is an awesome show. They really cracked it with that. The first season just blew me away. Wasn't expecting it at all. Just it kind of came up. I was watching it just out of random curiosity, and then just got hooked. And it was just what a cracking series. Human saying thank you, laugh out loud. And yeah, Stranger Things is amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It is. If I could produce video of quality like that, I'm sure I'd do well on YouTube. But I'm just not. I mean, that takes a whole team, doesn't it? Really, let's face it. So I said, got bored after season 2. Or what, after 1, you mean? No. Mr. Cat says 3 and then 7 immediately after, please. Okay, so 3 and immediately 7, yeah? Okay. I will then go there. You were supposed to say 3, then immediately 3, then immediately 7, and immediately 6. Sorry, Mr. Cat. I got you good on this one. I even gave you the double 10 and still got it. I only saw it after you said that, and I was like, I was going to do it anyway. I was like, oh, I can still win. Yeah, it's always that worry, isn't it? Like, how can they make the next season better? But I mean, they keep managing to like do a good job of it. Thanks, Rach. All right. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Cat. Yeah, it was a good game. You did play well though, actually. That was a solid game. But yeah, I got EK in the same way earlier. It was one of those ones where I just basically got a 3 in a row with options at either end. And once you've done that, it's basically job done, isn't it? I'm starting to think you could win the Olympics at Connect 4. But oh, no. Obi-Wan beat me earlier. And it's 1-1 with me and Dan the Champ. I will say, though, he said to me he was undefeated in his whole life. And I've managed to beat him once. So 1 out of 2 on a guy who's undefeated. I think that's pretty solid. I don't know if I'd win the Olympics, but I think I'd be up there. I think I'd make the cut for the Olympic team. Yeah, I don't think like the first like couple of seasons of Stranger Things were definitely top notch. I don't think every how could you make every season as good as the last and that? It's just that's impossible. But I do feel like they've got a lot to live up to now, and there is always that concern: is it gonna cut mustard? I'm gonna just give them the benefit of the doubt and go in hopeful, but the key is not to go in with too high expectations. I think that's why, like, often season 1 can blow you away of a show. It's because you don't have any expectations too much. You go in, you watch it, and you're like, whoa. Right. Just do you know? I'm going to actually turn this around so I can look at you guys while I'm talking. It'd be quite nice. Let's spin that around. There you go. Whoo. That's better. Let me see where my battery's at. It's going up. I'm going to just change the brightness so I can read the chat. There we go. That's much better. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Just move the light here a little bit. Perfect. Good game, says Rach. Don't worry, I know that one as well, so I guess I'm showing my age if I know that as well. You're thinking this season 5 will do a Game of Thrones? I don't think they will. I think they're smart enough to not do that. I think they'll be all right. Yeah, Game of Thrones. I gotta be honest. It's one of those things where, like, the build up on some of it, like Arya's arc and stuff, and that was really solid. And then there were some others that just kind of went, "Oh, we've forgotten about them. We don't really know what to do," and so it didn't really end properly. And yeah, just the whole thing got a bit wishy-washy. Yeah, but it happens. You can never be sure. Especially, like, I mean, I don't know why that happened, but I'm not really up on a lot of it. But I just know I didn't really like it that much. And a lot of people agreed. But I know that sometimes, like, shows, like some of my favourite shows in the past, they've changed hands between one network and another, or one studio or production company, whatever it is. you know, like sometimes it'll be on like something like HBO or whatever, and then it'll get shifted over to Netflix and then back to somebody else. And when they do that with shows, sometimes it changes them so much, and it just kills them for me. I hate it. The most devastating blow for me though was that they didn't do a like a proper like final season on Final Space, which is a animated show that I love. They did 3 seasons of it, and then they didn't sort of finish it off, and I hate that. That killed me. A Brucey bonus, says Hard Up Huggy. Yep. What's that human saying? I think it was a very powerful message in the final season of Game of Thrones in regards to Khaleesi, is that people aren't always what they seem. But I agree, they could have done it much better. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's one of those things. Like somehow she got through every little thing she'd done with, like, you know, grace, dignity, you know all this stuff. You know, you're like real smart sometimes when you didn't see the potential outcome that she was finding, only for her to lose her nut over basically, like, you know, the whatever her name was, I forget her name now, the translator, but it's like, yeah, but you could see that in the early days as well, is that she had a bit of like a temper. So I don't think it was necessarily like I think they kept true to her character in a way, but I just feel like, yeah, just like that, like it was just a bit like, it was a bit softly the way they did it. I don't know. I just feel like there was better ways. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I'm smarter people than me will work it all out, I'm sure. Rock Nation saying, hey, I really feel down. I want to share my story with you. Just found out I'm gay. I'm so confused. Well, this is not the place for sharing that sort of thing too much, to be honest, Rock Nation. We'd like to keep it a fairly bit light. But I feel your pain. If you want to hang around and take your mind off it, more than welcome. Cigar saying, which is your favourite top 3 series in all time? Big questions. That is big questions, Cigar. Ooh. Ooh. All time as well. I mean, Scrubs is going to be up high, for sure. I don't know if it's going to be in the top 3. Final Space would be up in there, for sure. I love One Punch Man, which a lot of you won't know. Stranger Things is a strong contender in there as well. There's a lot of good shows. Suits was good. I watched all of Suits. There's a show from America called Elementary. It's like based on Sherlock Holmes. But actually better than that would be Sherlock Holmes. I have to go with, it's a BBC one with Benedict Cumberbatch, Sherlock Holmes. That series, that is top notch. I'd have to say that's in there. Californication might be up there as well, if anyone's heard of that. Dexter was solid. Yeah. Dexter was good. I would say if I was going to watch something again, though, like a second go around, like the thing is, this is the way I look at it. Dexter's a one-time watch. I'm not going to watch any of that ever again. And I didn't even finish the final season yet. I kind of like stopped and got a bit bored of it. But like Final Space, I've watched that 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I could watch Californication again. I've watched some of it again, but I could watch it again. I feel like Suits maybe isn't up there just because I don't know I could watch the whole thing again. I tried starting it again a while back. Oh, what about Peaky Blinders? I've watched that a couple of times. Peaky Blinders is up there as well. BBC do a lot of good ones, to be honest. There's been some solid stuff out from the BBC. Gavin and Stacey's obviously up there as well. I didn't watch all of that though. That was the thing. That was back in the era where you had to be around to watch it. You couldn't just watch it on demand. So I didn't get into it fully. But I think that would have. But from what I did watch of it, that was good. Got a modded message. Yeah, well, that's getting hidden. Oh, Breaking Bad, says Rach. Yes, Breaking Bad's got to be up there. Yeah. How do you pick top 3 out of all these? I can't do that. I can't pick a top 3. Honestly, I couldn't. Oh, yeah, Breaking Bad is so good. Yeah. Um, Tim going straight for BoJack Horseman, the boy. Oh, the boys. Yeah, and Doctor Who, of course. Another one from the BBC with Doctor Who. But the boys, yeah, the boys is solid. I mean, how do you? Yeah, the boys is just so great. I tell you what, I'm watching the. Has anyone watched the Gen V? That's it, Gen V. It's like basically they're it's in the same universe as the boys, but it's basically they're in high school or university or whatever you want to call it. Still not high school, be college or something. They call it college over there. So that is, yeah, that's pretty solid, but it's not as good as the boys itself. Yes, Dicey's, you can have a shout out. Shout out for Dicey's number 14. We are English, of course. We have lots of knives as a human. Yeah. The Sopranos. I did. Yeah, I watched that. I wouldn't say it's in my top 10 though, if I'm honest. The Sopranos. Um, you never watched Breaking Bad, Tim? Oh my lord, or Dexter? I only started Dexter after the whole thing had been done, and I got all the way to the final season and then just kind of put it on it a little bit. But they've done like started it with different things. It's mental. Um, uh, uh, what's this? Who discovers? Oh, you're talking about you watched the Gen V, yeah, and the blood power thing. Yeah, the blood power is cool. Um, yeah, I watch a lot of big series, Tim. It's not that they're big. I just watch stuff that's good. Like, I never watched Lost though. Did anyone watch Lost? I just never even tried watching that. It was a huge thing. Friends is obviously up there as well for a lot of people. I could always just watch an episode of Friends. Friends has got to be up there, top 10. But yeah, I don't know. If it was a choice between watching an episode of Scrubs or Friends, though, I think I'd probably usually go with Scrubs. And like the ending at Scrubs. Did anyone here watch Scrubs? Oh, the ending. Because obviously it's all comedy, but they often pull your heartstrings a lot of the time. And they would like get artists in, and they had like the Fray playing like How to Save a Life and things. That was a powerful song for me. Yeah, that was that was a good show. Scrubs was. Chernobyl. I haven't watched that yet, but I might watch that, Cigar. That's one on my list of potentials to have a look at. Uh, Tim's saying he watched the start and of the seconds with Lost, but they started finding another hatch. I ditched it. I don't even know what you're talking about with hatches. Haven't seen Alien Earth. I've seen this something about. Is it the free body problem or something like that? There's some sort of series, I think, about some alien species on their way to basically take over Earth or something. I've got to watch that. I've yet to watch it. Oh, Red Dwarf. Oh my God. Yeah, because we're talking all time here. You've got to go back some, haven't you? Red Dwarf's got to be up there. Although the reboot of it was awful. It has to be the original stuff. But that was epic. I should watch Red Dwarf with the boys. I think the boys would love Red Dwarf. I should do that. It's a moo point. I'm already, like Cal's point of view. I see. It's very interesting first time round, but only the first episode is rewatchable for me. What were we talking about there, human? Oh, Chernobyl. Yeah, I'll definitely have a look at it. Yeah, Red Dwarf was massive. Red Dwarf is one of those ones because obviously back then you were watching it or you didn't see it, so you had to make your time to watch it. And it was one of the few things that I made the effort to just be there to watch like every time. Uh, Legion Gaming saying something that's been modded. Yeah, we will just leave that hidden. That's totally inappropriate for the chat. Well done, modding. There you go. Well done, the auto mod. Some of the reboot was okay, but not the last one. Yeah, I just didn't get any of the reboot. I'll be honest, it was all just a bit like not really well done. I think it didn't have that kind of feel, the grit. Because one thing I loved about the Red Dwarf was how they did everything on a budget as well. So everything was like just. I watched the documentary on that, and the documentary about that was just as good as the actual Red Dwarf itself. Really cool stuff. Still Game is a classic. Still Game. I've heard that recently. I haven't seen that, but that is something I think I might have a watch. Oh, The Simpsons, yes, of course. And then you've got like things like Futurama, um, and but yeah, there's a few things like that. Ren and Stimpy show from when I was younger. Anyone here watch Ren and Stimpy? Don't whiz on the electric fence. If you know that reference, you're solid. Uh, Joe saying, I never camped, want to do it solo. Any basic advice? Um, Go with someone with experience first before you do it solo, is my advice for that. Or if you don't want to go with somebody with experience to kind of show you some ropes, stay close to home or close to your car. So don't pick somewhere crazy. Stay somewhere where you can get out of it quickly if it all goes wrong. That's the first big tip for like your first solo camping. Don't don't try to brave it out doing something crazy like you're going to walk half a day into the mountains or something. Don't do any of that. Get used to your gear. Do it at home in the garden at first is the best. If you haven't got a garden, then do it somewhere local. Find some like sort of, I don't know, park up where you can leave your car overnight, National Trust car park or something, and just be like within like 10-15 minute walk of your car. So if all else fails, you can leave your tent there and we'll just walk back to the car, get warm. But yeah, and I wouldn't do it this time of year. If you're going to go for solo camping, start in sort of late spring, early summer. Just keep it basic, keep it simple. Learn your gear first before you start doing anything crazy. Um, what could go wrong? Loads of stuff. Exposure is a killer, for real, for real. I am not alone when I tell you that I've had to give up on a camp and like walk back in the middle of the night to my car. And this was me fairly experienced, mind you, but I went out in very cold weathers with a new. This was back in my era of trying to build my own little tent stove that I could kind of have in a tent and sort of keep running overnight. It did not go well. The previous temps had been okay. I had made some adjustments. The adjustments did not work, and the temperatures plummeted, and I couldn't stay warm in the tent. So I packed up, and there's me walking in the middle of the night back to my car with essentially an emergency blanket wrapped around me and my sleeping quilt as well, just to try to stay warm as I was walking. So yeah, you've got to be careful out there. I mean, thankfully, I was only about an hour and a half away from my vehicle, so it wasn't so bad, but it could have been a lot worse. Bear spray and tactical flashlight. Well, yeah, that's a good point actually, Hagamanto, and welcome back into the channel, Hagamanto. Great to have you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, it depends where you are as well. Obviously, you've got to be careful. We're over here in the UK, we don't have any bears. We don't have like snakes or any kind of like creepy crawlies that can hurt us. Tim's saying that's why I was planning to do my wild camp tonight near home because it's a new tent and mattress. Well done, well done. Good man. So Cigar saying yes from also great. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm behind on the chat and I've got to catch up. No shame in bailing. Absolutely true. No shame in what happens if you don't bail either, because you won't be feeling anything at that point. You'll be done. You'll be toast. Human says depends where you are in the UK. There are no dangerous wild animals except the rumoured wild black panthers in the Lake District due to zoos releasing them in the 60s. Whoa, classic stuff. Your tent was fun to put up, was it, Tim? Well, that's something at least. Human saying, but yeah, exposure coming across someone dangerous. Yeah, dangerous people is probably a significant danger depending where you're doing it and who you are. I think for especially for women and young people. If you're doing solo camping, you do want to be really careful about that sort of thing. But if you're like, and that's the thing. So if you're close to civilization, people is more of a danger. So like I've stealth camped in the car park at Aldi's, on a roundabout in Biggleswade. I've stealth camped like by motorways and all sorts of places where humans are the biggest like danger essentially. But then you go out into the middle of nowhere. Now the elements become your danger, and you've got to be a bit careful with that. Do you ever experience paranormal activity during the night camping? No, not really. The spookiest stuff is always the animal noises, like you've got muntjacs. Just I hate the sound of a muntjac. It's absolutely terrifying. Even though you know what it is, it's still so terrifying. It's just unbelievable. Um, uh, oh, human commenting is the paranormal activity. Oh, ectoplasm everywhere, eh, human? Tim saying, never had ghosts during a camp. I mean, to be fair, and this is one that I do want to edit and get up on my channel at some point. But I'm going to wait until I've got like ability to do memberships again, because I want it to be a members only video. I don't want it to be something that I'm monetizing at all, and I don't want it sort of being out there for everybody, because it's going to be a very personal sort of thing. But I want to make a video of the footage with me and Paul from our camp over in Lincoln. But that's the spookiest camp I've done, because we were in the church. I mean, you can go watch his version of that on his channel. I'm sure it's still up. But yeah, that's definitely going to be a tough edit though. Yeah, if you're not a man that could look after himself, don't do it. Well, I don't say don't go camping. You got, it's okay. You just got to be careful. You've got to be aware of what the risks are to you. I mean, even a dude has risks. And we've got Sparker saying, I had a weird experience on a camp when I was younger. Do you want to talk about that one? If you do, Sparker, let us know. Rach saying, have you ever had people knocking on the camper to move you on? Good question, Rach. Let me have a think. I've not had anyone actually knocking. I've had, let's have a think. So in the early days when we were at Wales, and this was, we basically parked up in some more touristy areas where other people had parked, and we were in this car park that didn't have any signs up saying no overnight parking, but we'd gone out for the day to the beach. We came back, and this chap was waiting for us at the benches that were there. It was like a picnic area, and he just sort of came over and he said, "Oh, you can't be parking here." We're like, "Oh, sorry, it looks like it's a public car park. There's nothing here to say it's private." And he was like, "Well, it is, but it's just that the family let the council run it for them," and gave me some right old spiel about how it would be signed as public if it was public. And I was like, "Ah, you're giving me spiel." But he was giving me some grief about like what other people had left there and the state people had left it in. So I was like, fair enough, I'm not here to cause grief. We'll just move on to the next spot. And I think one of the very first, like I think like the second night that we were in the van, we went to a road where I used to live a long time before, and didn't realise it was a private road until we got there, and it said like it was a private road. I was like, oh. But then there was a spot where everyone parked up their cars to walk dogs, and I was like, yeah, it'll probably be all right, we'll go up there. And we had a very polite note on the second day on that one saying this is private road and you need to kind of move, but if you've got any questions, here's my number. And it was a really polite note, so we just moved. And that's about it really. We've had plenty of like people from councils kind of roll up and talk to us. But they're not asking us to move on ever. They ask us like, how long we're planning to stay and stuff like that. And when we tell them it's only going to be like a couple of days or whatever, because this is back in the time as well when we used to, as a family, would park up for maybe like a few days, like half a week or even a whole week in certain places, and we'd have like bikes outside and there'd be a little bit more activity around the van. People would have a tendency to let the councils know we'd turned up, and then they'd eventually, after a few days, send someone over, and they were never bothered. They were like, yeah, well, we're not going to do anything because you're moving on your own. It's not like, because they're obviously dealing with travellers and like trying to actually get these people who've been maybe in situ for a month or two to get them move on and not leave a load of waste behind. But we're pretty good. But like the spot I'm in now, I am literally parked beside the council building, and they're cool with us, basically, like with me being parked here. They know that I'll actually tidy up litter and not leave it, and they're pretty solid. But yeah, but no sort of like late night knocking to get us to move. I have had people pinching things though. We used to have like a metal step at the back, and somebody took the trouble to walk all the way from the house, like we were parked at the end of the village somewhere, just away from the houses a bit. And they walked all the way from the house just to kind of come and see if they could like break into the van. And when she tried all the handles, because I caught it on my camera, she tried all the handles, nothing worked. So she went around the back. The only thing that was not bolted down was our metal step. She just lifted that off and off she went back home with it. I was like, okay, fair play. So we just built a new step that we're planning to build anyway. But there you go, there's some stories for you, Rach. Oh yes, I've got that. I'm just trying to look at the message. Give me a bit. You can show that. I don't know why that got modded. Sorry, human. I didn't see it. Cigar is, let's move on quickly. So yeah, I just think you put yourself in an isolated position. Yeah, you just have to be careful, human. You're right. The isolated positions to the wrong person. You know, it takes some thinking. You gotta know that if you go out on your own doing camping, no matter who you are, it's a risk. But if you're obviously not able to look after yourself, the risk is greater. But then life is full of risks. So I don't say that you should let it stop you from doing what you want to do, but yeah, definitely have to consider what the risks are. The UK is much smaller than the US though, so your chance of coming across people is much higher. I guess it depends where you are. I mean, I've camped in places where I'm off the footpaths near towns, and people literally come by in the morning with their dogs doing a walk, and they're all happy to see you and just have a chit chat, which is like nice. But then, you know, you pick the right spots and you can be well away from everybody. What's Tim saying? Yes, it's weird in this country. We call it like the wild camp and the stealth camp and that. That's right, Tim. But that's why we call it that, because we're trying to hide from everybody most of the time. And it's smaller, but people stay mostly in this area. Yeah, I think it depends, because obviously in America, if you're camping somewhere near built-up areas, you're going to get just as much chance of being found as the UK. But there's a lot more, like, sort of, I don't know, I don't know. You can call it wilderness. I mean, definitely, like if you're in Alaska or something, or Canada, there's wilderness. I feel like there are more places in America where you could get really far away from civilization. The trouble here in the UK is there's not a lot of places you can go where you aren't within essentially walking distance of somebody's house. You know, you could literally walk it in half a day to somebody's house quite often from wherever you are, or a day or two tops. It's a weird thing actually for me. Obviously in the UK, it's more of a thing that you might get caught out in a situation where you can't travel, you're stuck because the weather gets so bad, you can't actually move to get back somewhere, and then exposure is an issue, and maybe you don't have enough like food or drink with you. Whereas in America, like you can literally like be walking off a trail, go the wrong way, and then just get lost. And it's not like you just go, do you know, if I just pick a direction and walk, I'm going to see a road at some point. You could be walking for days and not see anything. And here, you walk in the same direction roughly for like even half a day, you're going to see a road. You're going to see some car lights at some point, like when it gets dark. I mean, it's just UK. It's small. It's just what can you say? There's some areas where people don't go at night, even in London. Yeah, that's true. Right, anyway, let's quickly move on from this. Oh, Fraggle in. Hi, Fraggle. How you doing? I'm good. And Melissa. Hi, Melissa from New Zealand. That's cool. How are you today? If you're new, make sure you're subbed, and that's to everyone else as well. We need the subs. We need to grow this YouTube family. Appreciate you all. And Chuck is in. Hey, Chuck. Yeah, Chuck, you're right. People spread all sorts of misinformation about campsites and stuff. There's this really weird thing going around about some guy who was camping, and in the middle of the night, his thumbs just got chopped off. Hey, number one dad is in, did you say your name used to be Triple P? Is that right? But we're going to call you number one dad anyway, because I like the fact that you said your daughter changed it and you couldn't change it back. I like that. But good evening. I hope you're doing well. Good to hear you're doing well, Melissa, as well. Spark is saying, I have even had a weird experience camping in the US, but that turned out we were windy, blowing a guy line around. Do you know, all I saw was blowing a guy, and I was just like, what? Hold on, I've got to reread this. Blowing a guy line around. Oh, fair enough. Did you tell us about the other weird experience? I mean, too long a story, but we saw and heard a figure, and when we went to the shop nearby the next day, the staff asked us if we had seen old Jake. Oh, you can tell me about that when we meet up for our camp. That can be like a round the campfire story, that one, Sparker. That's definitely on. Oh, that's it. Your name is Brian. That's right. Yeah. All good. Call me whatever. I should try to remember it's Brian. As you've been in enough times, you're definitely part of the YouTube family, but I do struggle with my memory with names quite a lot. So you'll forgive me if I need reminding, but Brian it is. Number one dad, Brian. I'm going to try to put that in my head. Human, I think fear and panic often get people in trouble too. That is true, human. That is well, a good point actually. I think people who just stop thinking because they're in a panic, you're always going to get in more trouble that way. The best defence is just not being spotted, says Tim. True, but you also don't always need to be worried about defence. I think this is the other thing as well. It depends on the area you're camping. So if you're camping, I've camped in some places where I'm like, if people find me here, there's a high risk someone's going to try to nick something off me or do something dodgy or like, try to get some like it's going to go bad somehow. But then there's places where I'm like, if somebody finds me, it's just going to be like, an elderly couple or a young family or somebody nice. They're not going to give two hoots. I mean, I got found once. I was just doing a random hike. It was just me just hiking around, just literally out for a walk and a hike and a bit of camping. And I camped over in a place called Broome by a river, by a lake. Sorry, it's like a man-made lake. And there was a chap fishing there, and I sort of shouted over, "Oh mate!" And he kind of came over, and because it was all fenced off, and I said to him, "Is it? Are you like the? Do you like own this or what? Is this like because I'm assuming it's private?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's private. A friend of mine owns it." And I said, "Do you think they'd be right if I camped in the corner over there?" And he was like, "Yeah, it should be fine, mate, no problem." And I said, "Oh, brilliant, cheers." So I set up camp because he was camping the night as well. He was actually fishing the lake. I was just going to camp in the corner somewhere away from the lake. And in the morning, some guy walking along sort of like stopped long enough to tell me, "You shouldn't be camping there, mate." I said, "Oh, that's right, I got permission from somebody." He's like, "Well, you got it from the owner?" I went, "No, from like a guy who was here. The owner had asked him to fish the lake to test it or something." And he said, "Yeah, it'd be right if I camp in the corner." He was like, "Oh, well, I know the owners and they wouldn't want you here." And I'm like, "Well, I'm going anyway." And he was like, "Oh, off he went mumbling. And I'm like, "Dude, mind your business." Oh dear. There's always one. There's always one. Yeah, it's that fight or flight, isn't it, human? You get a situation happen, and you're going to be the deer in the headlights and just sort of like stop and freeze, or are you going to like deal with the situation? You can definitely get yourself into a blind panic over nothing sometimes. I think everyone can have those moments. It just depends. Some people are good in one situation, but then will flip out on another, and then the reverse is true for somebody else. I like to think that I've got a cool head most times, but when I deal with people and their emotions, like when someone is highly emotive around me, I do struggle. That's when I'm like doing headlights. You put me in a situation where I've got to deal with something on campsite, and something's starting to go wrong. I'll get that sorted, no problem, and I'm not even going to like skip a beat. But if I've got to deal with somebody who, like, maybe I've upset them or they're just upset and I don't know why, it's difficult for me. I struggle with them, and that's the thing that gets me. And yeah, and then everyone's got their thing. Everyone's got a thing that's going to make them unsure themselves. And if you unsure yourself and you're in a stressful situation, that's when you're going to potentially just freeze up. I don't think I ever get into a panic, but yeah, my brain sort of goes a bit like and just switches off, and then I don't really know what to do. And I guess some people get into that, especially if you get like this. I think this person might not really have been genuinely asking in the chat about solo camping for the first time. I don't know, but if they were and they are actually thinking, "Oh, I'm going to get out and do a solo camp for the first time," I have met people who they are thinking about doing it for the first time. I always say, like, just take it easy, take it slow, because you don't know what kind of person you are until you're out there and something goes wrong. Are you the kind of person that's going to like mess it all up, or are you going to like deal with it and just get through? Definitely when I was walking across the country, like, because this thing is perspective as well. Tim has done like some crazy distances. Like, he's gone around like what is it? What's it? The Highland Way, West Highland Way. That's what it's called, whatever. And that thing was huge. He did so many nights camping, and he was all fully geared up. And it's like, to him, me walking 115 miles from London to Gloucester, nothing really, nothing. And it was all fairly flat compared to what he was doing. But yet for me, that was the biggest sort of walk I'd done by many days, like many times. Like I think the biggest thing I'd done up until that point was probably me and Noah doing like essentially 4 days of hiking in Snowdonia, but we didn't go very far each day. It was more just going up and down a peak each day, and it was a lot more camping. And I was with somebody, and we were very close to civilization, and we had places we could stop and get food and stuff if we needed it. Whereas I was pushing myself to go with only what I could carry, and I was going like 8 days of walking, which is like something I'd never done before. And that tested me. And I'll be honest, and there were some times where I was like, "Wow, this could be going wrong," and you know, you got to pull it together and just pull yourself through, which is what I did. But some people would just be like, "Oh, this is all, this has gone wrong. This is going bad," and I'd get themselves into a state where it gets worse, and then they're going to quit. And I just didn't really want that, so I just had to keep playing. Yeah, the 171 miles. There you go. Tim's giving me the numbers. Huge walk that. Uh, yeah, that's right. You don't know who you are until you're put in that situation, and each situation will be different. You're right, human. Anyway, we have diverged off onto a massive tangent on this, and it's got like, what time is it? It's nearly 10 to 10. So we need to wrap this up. This was nearly a 3 hour stream. We started with a bit of Bandido, went on to some Connect Four. Now we're just chatting about some serious camping stuff, which is cool. This is exactly what the channel's about. Just riffing back and forth with my YouTube family, and having a good time. And it has been a great time. I've enjoyed this evening totally. I hope you guys have too. Make sure if you're not subbed that you do, and hit that like button for me as well just before we go off if you haven't already. But thanks everyone for turning up and for making it a great evening. I really enjoyed this one. For now, everybody, have fun.